Namaste and welcome to the new session about Agile. I'm Bisal Gimre and today we are going to talk about Agile. So let me start by saying that we are going to be being Agile, not doing Agile. So it's like how we should be Agile in our project management. For this, I have taken a reference from a book called Agile Project Management for Dummies. Okay, before going into the detail of the manifestos that the Agile has given us, let's discuss what is Agile. Basically, Agile is a time-boxed, iterative approach to software delivery that builds software incrementally from start of the project and then we try to deliver it. It's not like that we try to deliver everything at once. We try to deliver small things at small packages so that we, when deliver at the end, have something that is within our requirements. So let's jump into the manifesto. There are four manifesto that has been proposed. The first value is about individuals and interactions over processes and tools. So what we need to understand is that there is some word written in bold: individuals and interactions over processes and tools. So what we need to understand is that the things written in the bold are important, whereas those written below are not, or let's say less important than the one written in the bold. Similarly, for value 2, there is a working software over comprehensive documentation. Then there is value 3, which talks about customer collaborations over contacts and negotiations. And finally, we have value 4, which is response to changes. That's what software is about, right? Over the flowing a plan. We don't have to follow an exact plan, but what we need to do is we need to respond to changes. So what we are going to discuss today is about value 1, individuals and interactions over processes and tools. So we have to understand that value 1 is about people, value 2 is about communication, whereas value 3 is about the product, and value 4 is about the flexibility. What Agile Manifesto teaches is that the item on the left hand side should be given more priorities than the item on the right hand side. So in our first case, for the value 1, it's about individuals and interactions, how people develop their software, how people as an individual works, how they interact with each other. That is more important than the process and tools they use. What process they follow, how they follow the process, or what tools they use, it's of least important. What is more important is that how an individual is and how they interact in their team. So while there is value in the item on the right, we value the item on the left more. So what we need to understand is that there is definitely value on the item on the right hand side as well, but while we are on the process of Agile, we need to give priorities to those things that are on the left side. So in this case, we will be going over individuals and interaction over processes and tools, because it's the people who deliver a solution, not the processes and tools. So we value individuals more. So now let's go to the pros and cons of each of these things. Let's start with the individuals. And if you give priority to individuals, what are the pros? What are the advantages we get? It's like they will have a clear and effective communication. It will be quick and efficient to work. The team becomes stronger as the people work together. They can self-organize. They have more chance to innovate. They can customize the process as they need. So the development team members can take personal ownership of the projects. That's a huge deal. In the software part, you have to take the ownership because you don't know what the real requirements are. It keeps on changing, so you have to adapt with that. So development team member can have a deeper job satisfaction, because that's how people become happy when they can give their individual inputs. So again, if we follow a process and if we have a tool, if we give them high value, what what is the advantage is that they will have a clear path to follow. Everything is written down and communication exists with a very definite path. That's the advantages. But having said that, there are lots of disadvantages if you have a very strict process and fixed set of tools to use. People may overly rely on those processes instead of finding the best way to create a good product. It's not about how they deliver the product, but they will try to stick to the process and all those written documents that they have to follow. It should not be like that, right? So one process doesn't fit all the teams, so different people have different working styles, so we need to make sure that the processes and the tools are used, but but it should be an independent decision how they can manipulate it, how they should use it. So we give more priorities to the individuals. But having said that, when you give more priority to people, people need to let go their ego and work in a members as a team. So we at the end we say that individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Now this is what we are going to discuss today, and on the next video we will be dealing with the principles those align with the value that we have discussed, how the 12 principle given in the manifesto will align with the value of the individual interaction versus process and tool. We're going to be discussing about that on the next. Thank you.